afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Hero Psych, Defender of the Fatherland, of Theatre 2 vs 2 on Semoisky Winter. In the south, it's Simax and Izzy, fighting here for the German army, taking on the role of the, let's just say, 1st SS Panzerdivision Leibstandarte, tasked with assaulting and securing this village for the fatherland. In the north, it's 1st Preacherman and Nicko, fighting for the Allies, taking on the role here of the 2nd Armored Division, backed up elements of the 51st Infantry Division in a stalwart defense of this village against the dastardly Hun. We get a rifle company straight away for Preacherman, Nicko with mobile assault, tactical support, and Royal Artillery. Simax here with Storm Doctrine, assault support, and Jaeger armor. And Izzy here with Special Operations, Elite Armoured, and Breakthrough. Mostly infantry with some machine gun, panzer and panzerwerfer here for Simax, and some orbital soldaten for Izzy. We got double section vacancies for Nicko as we move straight for the fuel point in the west. Preacherman with double rifleman. Simax with grenadiers and rifles, and Izzy there with Volks grenadiers and a Kugelwagen. Straight running around the center of this force is being hit straight to the northeastern corner house of the village. It's quickly surrounded by the Americans. They will probably try to fight valiantly as possible, as the Americans of course try to, as valiantly as possible, kill those Germans. Rifle moving forwards here, and we got Germans back up the situation by the eastern corner house, which is quickly dragging in a lot of attention. We got Stuart Pioneers flanking in, catching the rifle in a bad spot, and they're getting a wipe in Preacherman's first rifle squad in the early game. Big win here for the Germans, big win. In terms of the position that Preacherman decided to attack from is usually not very good. In fact, I call this particular part of the map the Clown Corridor, because you're a bit of a clown if you insist on keeping attacking down there, so trying to attack from here again. It's overall, though, not an amazing part of Semoisky Winter, really, and it's something they really should look into changing overall if they were to revise this map again. Volks me up against the League's going to flank that. Nice push there by Izzy. Nicko, though, should probably try and attack through here and sort of get behind the Germans rather than taking on. We got the infantry in the church, so it's taking a lot of damage. Mortal on the way there from Simax to back himself up. Volks are there trying to continue to flank up the Vickers. Close one there, but not quite successful this time around. Take up fast here for Nicko. As for Preacherman, we got more rifles way to replace the ones lost. Double reaction, since he's obviously planning flamethrowers here to burn out the Germans. Volks are there being routed. Sturmplan is occupying the house here. Vickers opening up in the Sturmpanies inside. Machine gun there, slow tearing apart the section. Need to retreat there pretty fast. And in the far east, we got a section about to engage a grenadier squad with sabres on the way there for Nicko. In the southeast, for Americans being routed here as AC does not yield a single inch of ground there after a few inches have been given. Vickers continue to blast away here. So far, sides are being secured by the Allies, but the Germans are very much tagging around the centre. In the far north here, the Grenadiers fighting over the section. That's going to be a section win there, since they have the garrison cover. And we got the 2nd Doctrine out here also for the Allies. It is mobile assault for Nicko, commandos, and more flamethrowers to burn out the Germans very thoroughly. Mortars being hauled up here to back up the Grenadiers, plus Pioneers to sort of dispatch them as well. In the east, we've got the Volks versus Riflemen up close here. That should be a win for the Riflemen. Though right now, the most of Preacherman's forces are back at his base, reinforcing and waiting in an ambulance for some, first aid. So he's not going to be able to provide much support there. Far northwest there, we got the fuel pump secured there by Simax. Spot Nicko's leading an assault here through with flamethrower sappers. And in the west here section is finally routed by the Pioneers and mortar combo here. Tense engagements, Allies pushing through. We got the Vickers being hauled forward to occupy vital ground to cover the centre of the map. East side now being secured by the Germans. Looks like the Allies and the Germans are trading spaces. The Germans are taking the start of the map, and now the Allies will be taking the centre. And of course, without the fuel, the centre doesn't really matter much. Take up for Simax, 2 Grenadiers, 1 infantry, 1 mortar. And we got 3 Volks Grenadiers and the Kugelwagen there for Izzy, with a truck on the way for him. So far, no German doctrines. Over here, we got bolster sections for Nicko. Very good upgrade there. As for Preacherman, he seems as of yet to take up. We got the rifling up there, go quick button, handgun out of the flashing them out into the open. Though there's still a boat behind to seek cover. Mechanized regiment up there for Izzy. On a map like this, it can be a bit more of a tricky choice, since there's a lot of closer quarters and corners, meaning the light vehicle can struggle to find itself, getting really useful. Might have gone for battle group headquarters with a light infantry gun and flag half attacks, but that is that. Rather than there being routed, we got a mortar placement up as well from Nicko to further control the central area there, plus the fuel point is in the east. That's going to be quite a challenge there for the Germans to deal with, and could prove to be quite the headache. Forces around the centre there will certainly meet themselves under fire there from the 3-inch mortar emplacement. From the double pudding tubes. Sappers there. Oh, reactions actually close to them. They were flamethrowers. Steel pioneers also being wrapped up. Falls in a bit of trouble as well there. Being scorched. More flamethrowers coming up this time though from the actual sappers. Mortar emplacement hammering away there. So far doing some damage, but nothing serious. On northeast section, there's going to be some pioneers. Lots of action, not a dull moment here. Machine gun being flanked by the sappers. Close being taken out here by the forces, but there you go. Folks go to the rescue to save the machine gun just in the nick of time. Mortar so far in place on this with 0 kills. German mortar with 0 kills as well. Section rounded out there by flamethrower pioneers now. So many flamethrowers. Mortar there taking direct hit. Will we see Izzy also go for elite armor so he can also get in on the flamethrowers? Except he doesn't actually have elite. Firestorm. Never mind me then. Kinda thought he had, but he didn't. I'm shocked. I am shocked, I say. Great opportunity missed out there by Izzy to get out flamethrowers as well. I mean, I'm disappointed. Anyways, mortar in place and they're getting hammered with an incendiary rounds. More troops in to cover it up. Oh, as it could risk going down pretty fast, which would be an absolute waste. And we got Preacherman there with double flamethrowers out there, ready to burn some Huns. We got Lieutenant on the way there for Preacherman. Nothing further happening there for Nicko. Mortar placement is braced, but for not much longer. There you go, another incendiary grenade. They're off. We got the resistance moving up. They're going to burn out the pioneers, but the mortar emplacement, I feel, will go down there. Of course, it's going to be great for the Germans, but less great for the Allies. Particularly since it really hadn't done much killing there for Nicko at all. It ends up being a bit of a waste there. There we go, close to getting the filters there wiped out, which then would help slight things out. And there you go, more flames. They got 4 flamethrowers. That's a lot of flamethrowers. Luke's on the way there for Izzy. Eastern point them to show up with the rifleman. Back here, we got take up there for Cymax. Also, Belgrade headquarters up. Note the way it's positioned. Can support both him and his teammate with the medics. Thumbs up. Third doctrine chosen here, and it is a storm from Cymax. Opening up for ambush camouflage, regal mines, artillery. I imagine it's the artillery, and also to I think the bombing strike. That's sort of the primary reason he's going for this doctrine, since it's going to be useful in sort of digging out the Allies. Plus the smoke bombs, of course, have some great utility as well. Preacherman with the Vickers machine guns, mines being laid down. Seizing the eastern point here with the rifleman. Allies turning a bit more on the offensive here when they got 4 flamethrowers. My God. We've got the looks here ready to toss back the Allies, and the Allies here do not have a lot of anti-tank weapons. Preacherman is pushing for a still light tank. We've got Nicko there with an anti-tank gun. Looks like he might try and push for medium armor on the faster bases, which is actually a pretty good idea there. As long as the Germans don't put up pressure then. We got munitions cash out with the Cymax, so he's... I'm definitely getting the impression setting up for some long term here with a lot of artillery callings in the form next to the bombing strike. Could also then incentivize Izzy here to either go for something with artillery as well, or maybe use munitions heavy. We'll obviously what it ends up with. Nicko's holding up there. We got artillery there also available now for Nicko, so this is going to be a very explosive match for sure, and very incendiary match too. That's really being called in here. We got ambush camouflage out there for Cymax. Great stuff if the machine gun survives. Absolute madness, pandemonium, chaos, and the Kuppelwagen goes down, the crew scattered like ashes. Cemetery, they're getting bombarded. We got the resistance and the lieutenant finding out with the pioneers, but we got the looks backing up in with the damaged engine, rifling up from the other side, forced to retreat. Northern fuel point there being threatened by the Germans. Big 2 points wise, we've got a fat lead here so far for the Germans over the Allies. Back here, healing reinforcement going on there for them. Note also the ambulance was set up to, again, support both players. So nice work there by Preacherman. Whew. Quite intense stuff. Got the student moving up here, dealing with the Huns. The rifleman on the way there for Preacherman. Nicko with no sign of anything else really. No commandos, no tech. Izzy still remaining without a doctrine. Cymax, of course, got the machine gun upgraded. No sign of ammo. Oh, he's getting grenadiers as well, though without the light machine gun. The ambush camouflage bonus is less amazing. It's still decent, but you really want a light machine gun or some D43s when you're equipping them with the ambush camouflage. Just a quick note there. March being laid down there by Nicko, very good. Could call in some commandos, he could also take up. We had something out of flamethrowers, heavy fuel fighting here going on, western points that could be seized. And we got double sappers of the flamethrowers then of course all bolstered. And he's finally got the take up going on, very good, very good. Unless you're the Germans, in which case it's kinda bad. There goes sappers going for the Grenadiers here and the Pioneers. The minesweeper though will fall very much short against 2 flamethrowers. Though of course it does help the Tommies are very much obliging the Germans for standing out on negative cover. Still in the end, there's just too many and they are routed here in a shower of fire. Stood engaging here, keeping up the line here secured, but there's a Raketten running up on it, causing quite a bit of problem there for Preacherman bringing up his rifles, but the Lux is proving to be a bit of an obstacle alongside an MG-34. Izzy forming up a strong defense here with his men of the 1st SS Panzerdivision Leibstandarte. You got White Phosphorus right now here though for Preacherman to try and, well, you know, burn his way through the German defences. Even more so than just the flamethrowers. Pioneers routed by the Vickers there in the centre. North points they're being secured now by the British once more. Mortar gaining Metsu 2 there for Cymax. Panzer Grenadier. And he's adding ambush camouflage. Great, the assault rifles of the Panzer Grenadiers really benefit from ambush camouflage. You can time it right and you just bait them into a certain range. They can really do some serious damage, particularly the veterans bonuses. Stewart though goes down here, too slow there by Nicko to salvage it. Good work there with the Germans, there you go. White Phosphorus called in to break up the Germans here and slow down their assault. There we go. Enveloping the entire area in a thick carpet of white phosphorus. In the west there, Germans bring in Panzers backed up in the machine gun there, routing the sappers, trying here for a wipe. Nasty work there by Cymax. Gonna do so coming up the retreat path as well. Likely going to get a wipe. They could even steal the flamethrower, but no, it explodes. It explodes. Second gun pushing back the mortar. Got Luke's moving in here for Izzy. Luke slowly approaching Veteran T2. Nicko can soon go for Cromwell. He could be tempted to go for the Centaur though, and we got take up there for Izzy. That's going to be the spare punted quarters. Cymax has yet to take up. Oh, he's doing it now. And we got Nicko with some commandos. Absolutely pyrotechnic stuff here. Pearson's moving in. Final to that point being fought over still. Fuel point down here basically guarded by Lux and machine gun. Heavy artillery fire raining down around the centre there. A lot of artillery fire there. We got 2 machine guns out there for Izzy. And the 1st SS Panzer Grenadier Regiment. Pioneers, strong Pioneers, forces all fighting out here with a large line of rifle there as Preacherman is bringing up more forces here. Though without artillery support it's going to be, I think, more difficult to break through with. Is Preacherman taking up? Yes indeed. So the Allies they're pushing hard for medium armour. They might want to consider fuel cache up. In particular, Preacherman's got a lot of fuel or manpower to spare, so fuel cache could help there. Nicko is not far off from a Cromwell. Though he could be tempted to try and go for a specialisation, in this case, go for a Churchill tank. They could also go for the Comet though. But if you were to go for anyone, my personal guess would probably be a Churchill tank. Sappers with flamethrowers, replacing the ones that got, you know, cut down very rudely by the Germans. Pioneers are not doing too well here. Poor Ludwig catching on fire and running straight into a well. What a way to go. Heavy submachine engagement of the Sappers ultimately losing out due to a lack of numbers versus the Germans. 2 Pioneer squads, and there's one of them with a minesweeper. Bickers covering up here. Got another large engagement sitting out here. So we've got another assault there by Cymax. Grenadiers backed up by the Panzer Grenadier moving ahead. Still no upgrades for the Grenadiers except ambush camouflage. Again, I'm really impressed he just went straight for that one instead of the light machine guns. I mean, they're great together, but, you know, on their own. Oh, flamethrower dropped. Also light gun bomb off here. Need to retreat those commanders soon though. They're taking heavy fire. There you go. Veterans one of the Panzer's Grenadiers with the flamethrower. And there you go. Preacherman does go for the fuel cache. Nicko is still not going for anything. Bit strange. Artillery fire raining down. There we go. He's going for the Centaur though. I think he should have gone for that sooner than he was going to go for the Centaur. I feel like at this stage it's a bit of a weak choice. At least long term, but we'll have to see. Izzy, by the way, remains without doctrine compared to most other players. Went within the first 10 minutes, and Izzy's sort of not quite there. Shroud Pentacles haven't come to the fuel point as well. Orbital on the way there for Izzy, and the first SS very good. Right from Lieutenant moving ahead here. But Izzy's line of defense here by the fuel point is very tough. It's going to be a difficult nut for the Allies to crack. Machine gun there slowly approaching Metro 2. We got the RAF section there being suppressed. RAF moving up on the west side. We got Gunneers and watches while the Panzers moving about. Back here, healing reinforcement going for the Allies. And there you go, tank almost ready. Preacherman is likely going to go for the EC8s, and there you go, Centaur anti-aircraft tank out. I think that's the only version of the Centaur that really saw action, by the way. Note, by the way, the turret itself was nabbed from the Crusader anti-aircraft tank. Just a little fun note there. We got smoke bombs off here from Cymax, the carbon advance against the machine gun. In this case, into right a bit too late, but still nice use of it there. Nice use. Sadly, I don't think we'll be seeing half checks with the Regal Mines. Not quite the map for that, particularly not as a 2 vs 2. And I'm still surprised they make this map a 2 vs 2 map, only in ranked, and not a 1 vs 1 map, since it is designed as a 1 vs 1 map. It's one of life's great mysteries. Commanders, then we got a big push here. Preacherman, Nicko making a double push here. Centaur backing up, Rifle hammering away there. Kedden the court there. Getting blasted by the twin Potent guns of the Centaur, but not quite enough here. Troops are getting hammered, not enough support, not enough force. Lack of artillery I don't think helped out either. We believe we got some more artillery fire going off here. From the German side this time around, it's Cymax with a lighter Feldhaubitze. No sign of armor yet from him. He could likely be going for the heavy Panzer Corps then. Yes. Panthers and Sturm Panthers will likely be on the menu then. Need to get rid of that Schwer Panther quarter side into tank guns. There you go. 6 Panther going up there. Lieutenant Commandos, Sappers moving up there, fighting for the West Point again. Flamethrower versus Flamethrower. The Gunneers should have the advantage. Centaur almost taken out. 6 Panther gun there, not quite enough. It was the Schwer Panther Corps now being repaired here by Cymax's Pioneers for helping out his teammate. Very nice. Lots of machine guns overlapping. Might want to try and attack from another angle here against the Germans rather than just attacking into the same small spot again and again. Preacherman with his first medium tank here, the EC8. Phew. Lots of stuff going on this match. Howitzer ready to fire again here for Cymax, and we got the heavy Panzer Corps going up for him as well. EC closing in the Panzer IV, though, of course. Oh, he's going to go for Jagdpanzer instead. Fancy. Mortar versus Rifle, victory points wise. The Allies acting on the lead here with the German army. Grenadiers, Panzers moving up. We got ambush camouflage Grenadiers with the light machine gun now. Wunderbar. Unless you're the Allies, in which case it's kind of, oh, nuts. Got the EC8 moving up here. Engaging there the Huns. Centaur being fixed up. We'll have to see what Nicko's aiming for next. Is it a Churchill? Is it a Comet? He's flooding resources again. Could also be a land mattress. I mean, the way things are concentrated around this particular part of the map, a land mattress would actually be a really mean but good choice. Still firing down the 6 Panther gun. Centaur tearing apart the advantage of Germany. We got the Rifle, we got the officer moving up there again. The Schwer Panther quarters and this is great. It's going to be a problem. We got artillery pulled in. Hard to find, just landing down, slamming into it. I believe they're called in both 25 Panther guns and the major artillery corps in there, so that at least is not really getting any armor anytime soon beyond that. So much 25 Panther gun artillery fire there, just 100 from the howitzers. And white phosphorus, they really wanted it gone. I don't even think white phosphorus is effective against it, but I'm guessing he just did it because like he was throwing everything but the kitchen sink at it. So it's still standing though, it is still standing. Surprisingly enough, despite everything the Allies chucked at it. Centaur letting hits from the Jagdpanzer, Savage moving up with the 6 Panther gun moving in there, low on health for low on numbers. Centaur dodging like Kedden over hit. There we got a Firefly on the way there for Nicko. Schwer Panther Corps is not going to survive much longer though. And it finally goes down. It survived a lot of allied abuse, but it finally went down. Got these hitting up there, Firefly down there for Nicko and for the 51st Infantry Division. Sent repairs. First Preacherman and the first armour they're holding on. We got smoke bombs again here from Cymax. Calling in smoke there. Not sure what that was about. Firefly moving up, no upgrades for that one yet. And oh, got the EC8 there with the Jagdpanzer. Sneaky move there by Izzy. Shoots, misses the Firefly. Panzer Grenadiers moving up through the ruins of the centre in the south. Fuel point cut off. Nice play there by Nicko. I'm a bit surprised they didn't try that sooner, actually. Oh wait, ground tower cut off from the fuel supply. That's pretty big for the Allies. That means they're going to get farther hit, particularly with a fuel cache on top of that. That's actually going to be a real problem there for the Germans. Centaur moving in as well. Veterans one. He could try and use the strafing fighter, but we quickly clear out the machine gun. It's really a powerful ability. It's surprising more Allied players aren't using it, but then again, I notice a lot of Allied players never use their abilities, even if they're really good. Admittedly, a lot of German players don't either, but they do seem to at least on average use them a bit more. Average. Panther there on the way for Cymax. Panzerkampfwagen 5. Pride of the Vaterland. We'll have to see what Izzy's going to go for next. He could go for the Sturmtiger on a map like this. It can be a strong choice. Or could go for the King Tiger, which, supported by all the stuff of the Dalton, is also a pretty strong choice. Plus, with a tank Panzer Command on top, they would give more artillery. And again, on a map like this would be pretty handy. Finding around the centre, looks almost like nothing but a Fatherland. There goes, firing the tulip rockets. They miss, though. They miss.
My lord, a tank's been lost.
And the Centaur went down there. I imagine the commander of the Centaur just screaming out Hammond before blowing up out there. You know, I wasn't quite sure why he did that. Panthering up their land matches out for Nicko. I'm surprised it took that long. Again, the map here just screams land matches. And there you are. There's going to be some heavy artillery there being launched against the Germans. And we got another EC8 out here for Preacherman. He lost the first one, though, of course, to the Jagdpanzer. We'll have to see this one so much. Oh, commandos with a light machine gun and a light gun bomb on retreat. Attempted. Didn't quite predict the path fully, though, otherwise that could have probably been a good white. Panzer leading with the camp from cover. Panther moving in. Pin machine being added here. Commandos being shredded in the streets. Artillery rain down there from Cymax's like the Feldhaubitz trying to break up the Allied corner here. Firefly meant to back up the EC8. Panther being the counter respond alongside the Jagdpanzer and Pack 40 here. Heavy fighting around the center machine gun gaining the ace level here. And there we go, land matches unleashes hell here on the pack and machine guns. How far they're raining down so far? Not a lot of hits though from the rockets. Most of the fences seem to be taking the worst of it. Reporting, sir, we took out a fence. You took out the German defense? No, a fence. Oh, shut up.
One of our anti-tank guns is gone.
Panther need a fixing. Machine gun is moving about. Orbital on there, closing in eventually to 2. Yeah, Panther sneaking up. We got a Stuttgarter Fuss on the way for Izzy. No sign there of a King Tiger or anything else like that. Cymax, we'll have to see what he ends up with. Panther there though. Gauge connect on these a bit of trouble with the reactions and the EC8. 2 fuel casts up for the Allies by the way. Nicko with another Centaur. Still no specialization chosen.
The enemy are at 200 points.
No choices they made. Lots of guns watching the centre. We got a 50 cover out there for Preacherman. In the east we got him moving up as well there with a large infantry force ready to deal with a hand. Except it turns out the Huns are all ready to deal with them. Lots of machine gun fire there. As dug in here by the riverside, they are going to be a bit of a hazard there. In the centre, push forward, they're halted by the commanders, which are then halted by the machine gun. Which is then halted by another machine gun. But that's trying to take a hit from a mortar. Centre moving in the halfway to death, and there you go, Yak Panzer opening up. We've got heat rounds on it just to make sure that thing stays dead. But then we got the Firefly opening up here, pushing that one back. Luke's machine gun towards the centre with Orbison pushing forward very slowly. Creeping in on Veteran 3. Preacherman going for another EC8, they're very good. Nicko, we'll have to see what he ends up with. Firefly there, Veterans 1 killed, going to lose in the fire from the EZ8. Routed. Back here, healing force going for the Allies. We've got the EZ8, they're done. Still no specialization chosen there for Nicko. Artillery fire off. This time joined in by the Stuttgarter force, which blows apart the road, primarily gets Clarkson and May there, but not much else there. 2 kills on the land match, while I was ready to fire again. Sectioning up with the taking heavy fire from the opposite side, but in return, taking even heavy fire in return. Looks joining in there, Veteran Fleet, 20 kills, very good. Land matches remain silent, Major almost taken out there. After they're taking out some hits there on the Sherman tank. 14 kills, close 52, not bad at all. Fighting for those from the fuel point there is slightly getting intense there. Panther is there, raiding ambush mode to cover the centre victory point. We got the Panther up to deal with the victory point there, on the fuel point I mean. EC8's an inbound. Dread hitting like a now. Oh, and the Panther of course straight ahead there. It's going to prove a bit of an obstacle there for Preacherman's EC8 tank. Unless it really gets exposed, and the Panther does not do that. Right here we got the centre with the Force Commandeers heading finally for the fuel point, but it remains as always on watch and heavily present. Grenades going off there, Panther moving ahead. Commanders wiped out. Nice ambush there by Cymax. Grabbing the light machine and then the Panther by again with ambush camouflage, but with a grenade they can't really stop these clumped up infantrymen. And we got the land mattress firing again, this time on AC southern points here. Machine guns, armour, all that caught up in a potential really nasty spot, but the rockets are flying too far, mostly hitting the ice and just, you know, maybe killing some fish. But the Germans remain surprisingly alive despite this absolute saturation of the aerial rockets. So yeah, that was surprisingly harmless. Yak Panzer half HV Veteran C3, Schürzen added. Landing directly with the Yak Panzer on the centre. 6-man crew bites the dust. Heavy fun for the centre victory points wise. There's a lead there for the Allies, notably all the Germans now soon, and it's in the 8th, the 84. Absolute pandemonium here. And we got, oh, artillery raining down there on the machine gun, almost taken out there. Nice call in there by the Allies. And there's the Major there. Nice work there with Preacherman. Yak Panzer taking out the 6-man gun. Closing on an ace level. Looks there. Oh, not ace level, Veteran 3. That's a bit more go for the Overcome West than the ace levels. Gonna do some fire here. Literal fire from the flamethrowers. EC8 moving in there. Panther moving up. Another truck for Izzy. Light leather battlefield headquarters and attempt, I think, at the King Tiger. Could be another Shroud Punted quarters. No additional armor there for Cymax, no Panthers or Sturmpanzers. He's got these hits moving up. They're going for the looks here. Could be that ECO extended. Could get punished here. Section moving up here. Grenades up as well. The Sturmpanzers a bit of problem. We got these hits moving up. We got the Yak Panzer there though. And we got heat rounds for direct hit there on these hit frontally. Continue to push here. EC8's moving forward. They're going to try and outmaneuver it. Not a bad idea, not a bad idea. If they can pull it off, there you go. Heavy damage being inflicted. Down to half health. The Yak Panzer's trying to get away, but it's not quite working out. Maybe should pop off, you know, cautious movement. And there you go. Veteran free. Panther arrived to save it, taking out one EC8, but the Yak Panzer's almost down still. Misses the EC8. Truck moving forwards here. Thoughts moving up here with an Panther first there, and oh, shot bounces at the very last moment, And the other EC8 goes down. Preacherman, no extended. He went for it and did not get the kill, instead losing all of his tanks. Bad news. Unless you're the Germans, in which case it's great news. And that means Preacherman then needs to quickly replace his armour, and Nicko, of course, needs to carry on until then by noting he's gone for double Fireflies. Betchy 2 there. Centaur almost taking out the looks. Fireflies nearly going to pack out in the house. There you go. Panther going straight to the line of fire with the double Fireflies. Panther there down to almost half health. And another Panther Cymax. Ace seems to have forgotten about his track there. As they're slowly approaching the ace level. Double Panthers, they're impressive. Up north, Punch, they're dealing with the cash very slowly. Couldn't be like, I don't know, just light its own fire instead of shooting out 90 shoot. But it seems like a waste of bullets. Now the man matches barrage off here from Nicko. Veterans 1 gained. He's just really not getting a lot of kills in with it. But he's got up to 5 kills, I suppose, and that's something. There we go, another kill. Another one, actually got a mortar, and he's completely annihilated the fence. Huzzah! Do you do it? Yes, we've destroyed their fence. You destroyed their defense? No, their fence. Oh, god damn it, Hammond, shut up. But we also got a mortar. Shut up, Hammond. I don't want to hear any more of it. Troops are being suppressed with machine gun. The cannon opening up. Veteran 4 there. After routing the situation there. Troops pushing up for the centre here. Machine gun there, Veteran 3, 15 kills. Second Panther ramming here for Cymax and the 1st SS Panzer Division. 1st Panzer Regiment. Or 1st SS Panzer Regiment. Oh, battalion really. All the Panthers anyway, or tanks anyways. Oh, we doubled Panthers. There's a lot of Panthers here. Rifle 95 from the Panthers here. Machine gun down. He actually lost the ace machine gun crew to the artillery. That's a bit of a blow there to Cymax. I think Izzy's forgotten about his truck. Looks like he remembered it. How to slowly approaching that ace level. Centaur slowly approaching as well. Firefly there, Veterans at 2. Still no specialisation. As for Mr. Preacherman, that's more EC8s. Big push here. The Panthers going to happen in the west. Needs to get some infantry support up as well, I think, to make it work more smoothly. But still, that's going to be difficult, I think, there for the Owls to slow down. Another machine gun there for Cymax. Air recon's up for Preacherman. That's going to, of course, inform them. They're going in the Fireflies to disrupt this. It's out. Nice work there by Preacherman. Bring in the Fireflies there. Panther down to half health. But there you go. You see it about to go down. Betty 2. Panther shot. Bounce. Oh! Tulip rockets. Bound. Oh, one hit, one missed. Still could take it out. Oh dear. Taking a lot of hits up from the anti-tank and then flanking troops there. Firefly down. Smoke bomb sounds to cover the assault there. Oh, both Fireflies went down. Yak Panzer flanked. Nice flank there. All of Nicko's Fireflies are on fire. We could see the EC go down as well as the Yak Panzer continues to pursue as well here. And there we go. The Yak Panzer takes it out. A devastating blow to the Allies. All of their armour gone in the blink of an eye. Pushed too far and did not consider the flanks. Well, there's a Centaur left, but that's not exactly going to work versus the Panthers or the Yak Panzer. Closing in Veteran feet, but the forces are then forced to retreat. Firing in the centre going on. Artillery fire raining down as well here. Machine guns taking hits. Land matches moving up again. 7 kills. Victory punch. White is the lead for the Allies or the Germans. Machine gun crew down. Yak Panzer receiving repairs. And yeah, Izzy's not far off from the King Tank, except it doesn't have the population for it yet. Land match is going to, I think, hammer away. There we go. Machine gun crew number 2 down. Stukas was firing away as well. Oh dear. Sturmpine taking damage. There we go. Almost right up with the land mattress. Down machine gun crew as well. Much better strike here. Close to Veteran 2 with that one. Not bad at all. Still Panther moving ahead here. Preacherman with no more EC8s and Nicko with no more Fireflies. At least not yet. Panther goes to their ace level, backing up the Panther. Very good. Their land matters caught. That's going to be really bad there for Nicko. Great for the Germans. And there you go, Panzer sprinting up as well. Very good. Sab's on the way there. And the tank and covering up as much as possible. Luke's moving in. Scout the center moving up. Could try and pop into tank grenades there on the Panther. We got grenades off from the sappers. Ace Panther goes in to retreat, 21 kills. Oh, they're going to go wide. No! Panther down to half. There you go. Yak Panther arriving. Heat rounds as well. They want that Centaur dead. Another Firefly there for Nicko. Somebody's doing what they can. Back here, troops in reinforcing. 50 caliber on the way there for Preacherman. Panther great hit here from the 6-pounder gun. You need more anti-tank guns, I think, until they bring up more armour. Again. They're finding out they're going to rifling a bit on their own. Got Grenadiers plus an S-Month will come at the far western victory point. Not bad. Not bad at all. And we got a Sturmtiger for Izzy behind this time. King Titan is going to take too long. Just going to go for the next best thing in this situation and go for the Sturmtiger. Sections here as the focus on the east. And the land matches bar we got cleared out. Firefly there ready. Love to see how this one works out for Nicko though. Orbiton around here from the east despite best attempts. 200 points left for the Allies versus the Germans, 124. Straight into 50 caliber here though. Firefly moving in, Centaur being repaired. Direct hit here from the Firefly on the Sturmtiger. Shot fight, machine gun wiped. Nice strike there by Izzy. Nice strike. Bit of murdering going on. This is the points up north, and there you go. We got a Jackson tank shot for Preacherman. No more EC8s, at least for now. Heavy rocket firing down the center. Heavy damage being inflicted. Rifling up. Rearson's backing them up. Big push there. Southern point being secured. Rifling section moving in here. Cackle the kid in a bad spot. And a grenade off as well. Sturmtiger being wiped out by the loss of the Germans. Need to be careful. Even the Germans are in a good strong position now, they could still lose it. They could still give the Allies a chance to win the game if they're not, particularly careful. Firefly moving about, noting no upgrades as we get forward. Seizing the centre victory point. Going for the northern mob, we got machine gun bunkers on top of the S-Man fields. Panther moving up. Still, of course, got those double Panthers. The one there slowly approaching the A-slope. Sturmtiger shoots, misses. That's not good there for Izzy. Great though for the Allies. Panther moving ahead here, 7 kills, gunning down as many Allies as can with machine guns. Got now taking 300 tank grenades. There you go. Firefly, Sapper, or Centaur moving up here. Got 123 versus 174. Howard's by where it is the ace level now. Yuck, Panzer slowly approaching as well. And we got another munitions cache up for Cymax at this stage. Very interesting. Centaur moving up. Very close to the airslope for that one. And there you go. Big Panther flank from Cymax up north. Wonder what they keep planning with that. I mean, if he crosses the ice, they need to be super careful. Otherwise, those Panthers could easily get sunk. Which, of course, would be really bad for the Germans and absolutely amazing for the Allies. Jack Punch there. Down to less half of them. Oh, it's going down here. And it's ace level. Well, it's ace level would be a huge blow here. Meanwhile, though, Panthers, they're going to make the strike here now. Catching the Allies off guard. There we go. Hitting Preacherman's Jackson. He's trying to. And the tank is setting up here. Will he continue with the pursuit? I was going to just break it off. There we go. Breaks it off. I think that's the right decision here to make. Absolutely not so far here so far. And there you go, direct hit, wiping out the 6 Pentagon there with the Strickers of a strike. Panther team with advancing into the pass with a need to retreat. 26 kills about to go down. Mentions one on the Panther, the other one there slowly approaching, but there you go, direct hit from the Jackson on the front with the returning fire, misses. Tiller firing down the head in the ice in the south, fighting for the points. Hills are happening. Nicko could go for another Firefly, could also go for Crumble, so he could try other things. That's a Preacherman, hard to say what he's planning here. Panther they're taking heavy hits, halfway to Veteran fleet, but it is taking a lot of damage here from the Allies. Jackson laying some good hits on the taking out, got a Pack 40 being pulled forwards here. Lots of land matches fire in the south, grenades going off, their troops being obliterated by rockets and grenades and assault rifle fire. Pioneers being shouted there by the Centaur, not ace level, and the Major just looking to finish the job off. Jackson went down to the other Panther. Another blow there to Preacherman. Damaging them both, but Preacherman can't finish and the Fireflies occupying. He's got the Sturmtiger moving head to Rakedna for ace level as well. And the ace level Yak Panther is still alive. 6 Pentagon shoots and then gets wiped out by the Sturmtiger. Good God. Another artillery barrage called in. Centaur trying to escape the huge horde of German infantry plus the Rakedna for there. 80 points left there for the German army versus the Allies 174. Panzerfaust in the centre, almost down but not quite. British 50 caliber dealing with the Obersoldaten. Preacherman can soon go for more armor. He can actually go for Jackson off EC8 more now.
The enemy is now at 75 points.
And Nicko should also be able to go for something, but so far isn't. Is he planning a specialization finally? Nope. Still none. So it's like the Firefly's actually planning for, which costs a bit more manpower than what he's got now. Preacherman there. More armor. And it is another Jackson. More Sturmpioneer for Izzy. And there we go, Graf grenade on the 50 caliber. But it does manage to escape here the violent grasp of the German army. Sturmtiger moving in, here's 6 kills, gonna fire again. Direct hit almost takes out both rifle squads. Absolutely insane. Firefly and Watch here, are being routed by all the sections. Ace level Centaur is just destroying the infantry here. Jackson the move there for Preacherman. Once more base now under fire here from the German howitzer. Ace level, 30 kills. Bunkers being dug in, Sturmtiger being repaired and reloaded. Land matches firing again. Seemingly not really hitting a lot though. There's a bit of a waste there by Nicko. Bit of a waste. Around the point here, troops standing about 50 caliber on that point. Tulip rockets ready. Centaur's got to go. Jackson backing up here. Got 161 versus 65. Another Firefly there for Nicko. An absolutely slug out of a match between the 1st SS and the 1st Armoured and the 51st Infantry. Lots of hits there on the Sturmtiger. And it fires the rocket straight at all the Allied tank destroyers. Doing some damage and stunning them, but not enough. Close to actually feel they're on it. And can't really escape up north here. Sentiment against the Panther. Panther, by the way, they're very close to ace level. Absolutely insane fight. Here it just continues and continues, and there you go. Ace level Panther. More rockets, more death, more explosions, more deformation of the terrain. My computer's by the way struggling with this in terms of FPS. Simply can't keep up. Just so much going on. Smoke's down here to help repair to cover up the tank as it gets repaired here with the crew repair ability. Heavy fighting for the central point here. Another land matches for Nicko though. Good God. Yeah, a lot of the area has basically been flattened and leveled in a lot of ways. Trying to clear up the German defense around the centre. So far Nicko is not having a ton of luck there with the land mattresses. Fixing up the Fireflies. Straight into the Ace Jagdpanzer though. Jumping as well, there you go. Taking hits here from the Fireflies. Roughly half health already. Panzers in ambush mode. Apparently the others got murdered, and we got smoke bombs off there as well from Cymax. Well, that didn't do much. Panzer was basically ignoring the fun here with the re-echelons. Now the land matches barrage. Mostly damaging my FPS more than the Germans. Struggles was firing away there, 14 kills. So many rockets, so many flamethrowers. There you go, direct hit on one of the land matches, annihilating the crew. Let's on the other one. Fireflies moving up, they're taking head on straight into the Panther, they're gaining veterancy too. That's a lot of veteran Panthers there from Cymax. Jackson lands a nice hit, we got the Storm Team moving as well, there you go, shoots at the Fireflies and stuns both of them, allowing the Yak Panther getting some good hits there with the heat rounds. Could take them out. There you go, one Firefly almost down here to the Yak Panther, to the Ace, and there you go, pop goes the Weasel. 126 versus 65. Panthers moving ahead there. The Ace is on the move. Could take out the other Firefly. Very likely to do that. Oh, taking a lot of damage though here. And takes out the second Firefly. Ace Yak Panther moving up, engaging the center. Jack's moving up. There we got smoke screen in there to cover up the retreat here. Very nice. And the aircraft almost crashes into the Jackson. Holy smokes. Panther falling back here. Troops healing, reinforcing. Fixing up the Sturmtiger. And reloading it. Land matches recruit. The element is still firing. Smoke bombs again, and yeah, that one didn't quite make it all the way either. 4 aircraft so far down by the center. More rockets. More damage to my frame rate. And there you go. Sturmtiger almost gets Lieutenant Pencilwing to finish off the job. Match is slowly going to approach the 1 hour. Also, big thanks to Dion Bowie for donating support the Propagandacaster. Most appreciated. Last one, of course, keep doing what I do on a daily basis. So, big thanks to him. He's a true hero of the Propagandacast. I know it's hair fire there against Rearson's taking heavy damage. Pencil the need to retreat though. More artillery fire here. How to try and take out those land mattresses. 37 kills. Center of our way still at it. 30 kills.
The enemy have killed the land mattress crew.
Scott out, and there you go. 1 land mattress did go down to the Howitzer, and that was in fact his most veteran one. Eight kills in the Yak Panzer. Could be a knife there. More artillery fire there on the land mattresses. Heavy fighting around the center. The roads long since rendered unusable. Not straight up extinct.
We're down to 100 points now.
100 points left for the Allies. 32 kills in that A center. Veterancy free Sturmtiger. Oh god. Section annihilated. It's actually approaching veterancy 4. Could we actually see an A Sturmtiger this match? Going for the Scott here with the Panthers. Preacherman trying to save it. Can he save it though from the might of the Panzerwaffe? A bit of bad situation for a lot of support and couldn't go straight for the ambulance here. Scott almost down. Ace Panthers are apparently just, backing out the rear here, covering it. Smoke screen down for the Scott, very nice, but not enough to just avoid getting attack grounded and goes down. Land matches badge there. It's White Phosphorus this time around though. Not a bad idea. No, that's White Phosphorus called in, not a White Phosphorus barrage. Guess I should have known most players said not to use those. But they are pretty good. Still a bit of a combo there. Troops routed from the center. We got 84 versus 65. 83 versus 65. And Commandos out for Nicko to hit the point here. Not a bad idea, but there's the machine gun in the way. And the S-mines. They need armored support to quick clear out the mines. There's some saps. We've got the Panther moving up there. More artillery fire there, more kills. We've got 43 kills in that howitzer. 46! Sappers versus Panzer Grenadiers. Units wiped. 50 kills. That howitzer's an absolute beast. 72 versus 65. Ace Obersoldaten. 37 kills in the Centaur. Ground's being deformed enough for getting those slot blips there.
The ability is ready.
Machine gun there in a lot of trouble. 20 kills in the Sturmtiger, ready to fire again. It can probably fire the Fertigungswaffe. Good God. Well, that one's barely ever been used. For those wondering what that was, basically a small grenade launcher essentially used inside the tank. It's basically a flare pistol where you insert it and you can sort of fire a small grenade out. Smoke, fragmentation, or sort of a flare to do different things. It was equipped on most German tanks by late war standards. It's a little fun note there, bun grenade off. 58 versus 65, 57 versus 65. Sturmtiger shoots and blows up its own men. Oh God, that was a Panzer Grenadier squad that just vanished. Oh no, 22 kills though. 26 if you count the friendlies. Veteran 4 though. My next hit, Veteran 5. More rockets. 50 points versus 65. Booby traps on the fuel point. Looks like a lot of Panthers heading up here for something. Commanders spot it being routed. Center they engaged. Will we see the Ace Sturmtiger? Lots of Allied infantry moving towards the center and then moving away from the center in a very explosive speed. Oh God, 29 kills. We might actually see it. The Ace Sturmtiger. The prophecy was true. Or at least looks to be true. Needs to be fixed up, obviously. Getting self-repairs while they're fixing up some of the health. Sap is almost wiped out. Panther moving in. The Ace there followed up by the soon-to-be Ace. More commanders out here for Nicko. White Sappers. Also moving in there. Sturmtiger's almost got to fire again. Got the Panthers moving forwards. Through the ruins of the Allied lines. It was once nice village has now been, well, turned into a pile of dirt and a house. There you go, Sturmtiger's good to go. Will he be able to reach the ace level before this is over? And no. Right before it hit the ace level, the game ended. The Allies are destroyed, crushed, shattered, obliterated. A absolutely brutal meat grinder on Semoisky Winter with absolutely preposterous casualties on all sides. I mean, we're looking at somewhere around 800 to 900 casualties. Enormous oodles of damage done as well, though. Izzy, they almost did like 9,000 damage. Absolutely crazy stuff here. back and forth, and the Allies were close to winning, but I feel like they committed a few mistakes here and there. Didn't flank enough, didn't use smoke enough to negate some of the German long-range firepower arms to close in there. So I feel like those were a few mistakes that which the Germans were able to take advantage of. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial Dane signing off, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye.